Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Ni No Kuni II, Revenant Kingdom. In the last one, we were able to get rid of our debts, and we also found out what's going on in this den of trickery. So in this one, we're actually going to be completing up the entirety of Golden Paw, I believe. So, a nationwide scandal, go and accuse Master Pugnacious of cheating, in order to steal what would be the Forest of Niall from Niall himself. Let's see if we can finally accuse him. We did find some pretty good evidence of him cheating with the Lady Luck. Apparently, there is a nice little remote for the actual Lady Luck itself. So, let's continue our little adventure, shall we?
Ah, you again. And did Lady Luck provide evidence of the dastardly machinations of which you imagined as guilty?
Master Pugnacious, you have been deceived. You have deceived Niall, and your own people. The very people you're supposed to serve.
More wild accusations, and where's your proof, Did you find any evidence of trickery? Some ingenious device hidden somewhere inside Lady Luck, perhaps?
Come on. You know we're on to you. Why not drop the act?
There's no act to drop. I am innocent of the Mistress of Fortune herself. We'll test.
Will she now, huh? That's not such a bad idea. I hear she's the one who passes judgment on legal matters around here. How does a trial sound?
Indeed.
Ooh, a class trial. I like the ideas of that.
It sounds like a very fine idea indeed. Yes, this is the way of Golden Paw. All matters of state, be the legal, political, and otherwise, are decided by the roll of the sacred dice. And as ruler of the great nation, I am more than willing to submit myself to the judgment of Lady Luck. But now, know that I am found innocent. I shall treat your attempts at sedation with the gravity they deserve. You will be punished for the crimes against the state. Do you accept my terms?
I guess we do. We do. Then we will begin the preparations right away. Come to the square at the appointed time. Okay. We can do that. But what about the guy that he sent to prison? He hadn't had to do a dice roll. So how come he got sent to prison without a dice roll to say if he's actually guilty or not? Actually, I'm just thinking of that because that just came to my mind. Alright, time for the main event. Time for the main event, indeed. I'll leave this to you, if you don't mind, Roland.
Sure.
Sure, I was hoping you'd say that. What exactly are we gonna do, exactly, is the main question. The game hasn't told me what we're doing, so honestly I'm confused what we're about to do. The preparations are complete. The trial can get underway soon. As you have been confirmed that you are ready, well, shall we begin? Begin the trial. Very well, if you would please take your places. Okay, we could do so. Let's take our places and see when Lady Luck decides for us. Hopefully, what we picked up is indeed a remote of some sort for this thing. I hereby convene the trial of fortune of Master Pugnacious, Grand High Roller of Golden Paw. Being the defendant, His Eminence will be unable to preside over his hearing. As such, it falls to me to discharge his duties. I hope you will forgive my doubtless clumsy efforts in this most unfamiliar role. Trial is underway.
And with the Grand High Roller in the dock, no less. What in the world can have happened?
Why are you dressed like that, Roland? We're in our old suit. Because this is a court of law. I wonder where we've been keeping that. I wasn't able to find it in our little items list, and you can't turn in, or you can't use the suit either. Which would be kind of cool if you could, but I don't think there's a way you can use it. The defendant, Master Pugnacious, Grand High Roller of Golden Paw, bows his head in before Lady Luck, and submits to her judgment in this matter. He stands accused of derelication of duty, specifically the knowing deception of his people. If the prosecution would like to begin by making its case. I intend to prove to this court that Master Pugnacious did knowingly and willingly, with the aid of the network of his most trusted retainers, defraud the very people with whose care he entrusted. Further, I thought Heaven was about to talk. Further, I will show that he disturbed devices, or distributed devices among his accomplices, which were used to carry out deception on the grand scale through the manipulation of dice rolls.
I do not doubt that you will have found evidence of trifling chicanery among lower-level officials, but to allege this administration as whole is complicit in such behavior is preposterous. I do not have and will never engage in dishonest practices of any kind, and to accuse me of such is to defame my character and call my good name into question.
Perhaps you will permit those present to withhold judgment on the matter of your innocence until I have presented my proof. True, we haven't even presented the proof yet. Roland offers up the set of signed instructions as proof.
But what is the meaning of this?
I think you know very well. After all, this document was written by you, was it not? And he's actually showing signs of knowing what it is, too, so that works for us. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the prosecution's key exhibit, written instructions for the assembly of manipulation dice, clearly signed by Master Pugnacious. Maybe he has a stamp of some sort for his signature. Some people do. Does the accused have anything to say in his defense?
No. Only that my prior outburst was merely an expression of shock at the brazenness of the shameful act. I have never seen this document in my life. To stoop to the fabrication of evidence is a pitiful tactic indeed.
How do you have proof that it's forgery?
It is a forgery, plain and simple.
Why don't we let Lady Luck be the judge of that?
By all means.
It seems that both sides are satisfied and entrust judgment on this matter to the Mistress of Fortune. May the die roll stand as the undisputed word of truth. Lady Luck, grant us an even number if the evidence be false. If it be otherwise, let it be the number of odd. Time to show the people of Goldenpaw just how badly they've been missiled. Missiled? Is that even a word? I've never heard of missiled before, but okay. Okay. Now to just hope and pray that this remote actually works. Because we don't even know if it actually works on this. Oh, he does have his own. Oh, that's how it works. It's a controller, not even a regular remote. Do it now. And thank you for a nice odd number. That means you're in the wrong. Ooh, look, an even number, now you're in the right. Odd number, we're in the right. And vice versa, vice versa, vice versa. Wow, look at that dice. Look how fair and balanced that is for the kingdom. Good job, Mr. Pugnacious.
That Master Pugnacious knowingly manipulated Lady Luck.
And he dropped his remotes. GG. Easy.
Yeah, with this remote control thingy.
Does it even have a name for it? I guess it's just called a dice manipulator, maybe. But honestly, GG easy, Mr. Pugnacious. I don't think you should be king anymore. But this is... this is what? Oh, so Mandarin knew about it too. By the use of a remote control, the outcome of Lady Luck's dice rolls can be readily manipulated. The prosecution was able to visit the place where these devices are manufactured and to procure one of its own purposes, namely the demonstration of this fraud. Master Pugnacious deliberately kept the taxes high and stole Nial's force from him, and all using the horrible trick. Master Pugnacious.
Can this really be true?
Cheat deceiver.
Shame on you. You were the Grand High Roller.
Don't you have anything to say for yourself? Yeah, what do you say? Nice purple ore you got there, buddy.
All that I did was for Golden Paw. I had to make my nation rich.
Okay, but why are you freaking out? The bond with his people is weakening. Soon it will be time. What is that supposed to mean? Well, I'm guessing that's his Kingmaker. Wait, is he sending his Kingmaker on his own people?
It's the Kingmaker, Longfang.
He doesn't look
Longfang.
Longfang? Here in the city?
Oh, that wasn't even him.
Why?
Yeah, why is that happening?
Your right to rule has been tested and found wanting. My plan is complete.
Oh, hello there, buddy. Well, he's dead. I'm pretty sure. Unless... What the heck is that? Oh, so we can just rip people's hearts out then. Okay then, how do we fight that thing? Or person? Snake Man. Okay, I don't think that's really good. I think that's actually really bad, whatever he just did. And now we don't have Pugnacious to actually control this thing, because he's knocked out. And when the actual Kingmakers, like, when the town is in trouble, the Kingmaker comes and tries to protect the civilians. Longfang, Butcher, Baker, and Kingmaker. Baker? Wait, what does he bake exactly? My soul? Probably. Where are we? Yeah, where are we, actually? It's an interdimensional dimension, ain't it? And if we don't do something, it'll eat up this whole kingdom. What? Then we have to stop Longfang.
You ain't wrong there.
You're not wrong there, but my boy. Come on, let's knock some sense back into the old bitey, shall we? Yes, surely. Then there's ain't just a Kingmaker, 'tis a Kingmaker gone do-dallily. A blessed realm wrecker. Don't be like that, man. When there's a will, there's a way. He's lost his marbles, ain't it? Which means he can't keep a lid on all that power. And what happens to power when you can't keep a lid on it? That's right, it comes flying out of you. And the places where it comes flying out of exactly the right places to wallop. Hit him where it hurts, and you'll hurt him good and proper. Oh, and don't worry about knowing where these special spots are. Thanks to your bond with yours truly, you'll be able to spot him no problem. Okay, so his weak spots are going to be obvious then. Looks like one of them is his hand based on the description here. Realm Wreckers are Kingmakers that have lost control of their enormous powers and run wild. As a result, this power escapes from them in a bright glowing burst. The power from which this energy escapes are particularly vulnerable to attack, so if you focus your assault on them, you'll deal a lot more damage. Okay, let's lock on to the thing. Longfang's level 24, so this is gonna hurt if we're not careful. So we definitely need to use some status moves on him. Let's turn on our cannon, slide around so we don't get hit by what looks like... Higmakers are mysterious entities that are absorbed by the power of Kingmakers, giving them the ability to exploit their weaknesses. When enough of them are gathered together, they're born from the items into which Kingmakers have instilled its power, so if you smash up anything Kingmakers create, you might just find some. When enough of them have disappeared, a gold circle will surround them, and they'll beckon you over to press A, and call on their always impressive assistance. So this rock over here, if we smash it, we should be able to make these things. Okay, let's try and get a bunch of them. Yoink. Hopefully we can get all of them. Okay, there's his weak spot. Let's turn on our little dark matter bomb.
or ball of little dark matter, and start smacking his weak spot and try and lower his attack as much as possible. Let's see here. I don't want to be too close to him because of, yeah, I was expecting some kind of fire due to the fact that it said it was a baker. Or I'm pretty sure it's because of the nice hot flames around it as well, was also a way to tell. Let's be careful and make sure we're watching what he's doing. Starting to throw fireballs at us. Let's be careful and not get hit by any of them. Way too close. Lock back onto him. Make sure to keep a decent distance away from him. Okay, he's getting ready to start smacking around. His weakness is on the other side, so we should probably focus on that. Try and get as much hits in, slide around so we can weaken his attack. Do as much damage as possible, use a flatliner to hopefully stun him for a second. And get some nice free hits on his head, and that should be pretty easy, because now his head's the weak spot. So let's just keep smacking it. Use flatliner again on his weakened head. Get as much hits as possible because you never know what's going to happen if we're not careful. And there we go. That's basically half his health. Turn that on. Start backing up because he might be throwing some fire on us. Okay. Just getting a nice vision of what's going on here. I'm going to stick back just in case of the fire. Yeah, I had a feeling that was about to happen. Looks like our Higgledies are attacking for us, so we don't have to be too close to him right now. Use our Dark Matter Bomb to do some free hits on him since he's hiding in the back there. And also, we can only hit him with ranged attacks at the moment. Looks like he's about to send some meteors this way. Let's get ready for those. Let's get as many of these as we possibly can. Because these are definitely useful if we can get some Higgledies. Here we go. Hig Makers, let's do this. How does this work?
Look at that man, fireproof barrier. Not even flame breath can get us in here.
Ooh. Yeah, it definitely seems that way. Cool, works for me. Let's do a flatliner, or not flatliner, but the one that drops his... Ouch. As I was saying, then drops his attack so we don't take too much damage. Get away from him because... Oh, he just broke the map. Wait a minute. That's actually bad. What exactly does this, Hig Maker thing do for me? Is it just, flame resistance? Because if it is, I can just sit in here and I won't take any damage, right? Turn on this. Let's get as many of these broken as possible. And also... Okay, I did not expect that. That literally did all my health in one hit. Let's just bring Roland back up. Turn into him so he doesn't take too much damage. If I can, that is. Let's be careful because I don't know what he's doing right now. Okay, let's get close as possible. Do as much hits on him as possible. Spin around, and I was trying to spin around, but was not allowed to. Spin around. We got like no damage on him there. That's actually really bad. Okay. Let's just stick back. Turn on our Kingmakers, or Higmakers, or whatever you want to call them. And just try and get as much as we can out of what we can do with this. Oh my god, dude! Come on! That's a little aggressive, don't you think? Okay, let's heal Roland because I was not ready to be one-shotted by this guy. Okay. We need to definitely figure something out here or we're gonna be toast. Seriously, can I not get a free hit on you? Like, none of my allies are actually attacking. There we go. Okay, now we got his weak spot. Now we can actually deal with him. So everyone please go on an all-out attack. I don't know how to force you to, but I really need you to. Get as much hits as possible. As many flatliners as we can. As many hits as we can. Another flatliner as possible. Back up as far as we can. There's a nice blast from... yeah, I don't want to get hit by that again. Uh-oh. What is he doing? I'm gonna stay in the circle for a second just to get a little idea of what's going on right now because I don't know what he's about to do. I don't want to get hit by that flame of death because that thing hurts. And that is insta-death if we get hit by that again. Is he getting ready to use it again? He is. Run for your life! Run for your life! Run for your life! stop that, please. Let's turn on, never mind, I was gonna turn that on, but guess we're not getting the chance to. Get nice close as possible, spin around, do as much hits as... Never mind, roll instead again. Okay, I am actually really underleveled for this. We're just gonna try and keep everyone as healthy as possible, because, yeah, we're kind of behind when it comes to that. Turn into Roland, never mind. I was kind of hoping to get a couple hits in with Roland. Jesus Christ, how fast can you spam that? Bro, that is way too much damage. I think, yeah, he's down. Ouch. Okay, I need to figure something out then. Because that's free damage for him. There's literally nothing I could have done there, other than dodge. But I couldn't see he was charging it up in the first place. And then it's like the only time to go in is when he's got his hands down. And he span around and hit me with that. I'm gonna get into here just in case. I haven't had my green higgledies help me out yet. So I don't know what's going on. And wait, I thought we were flame resistant. Oh, we are, okay. We're somehow still alive. I'm gonna go for a free heal because of that. Okay. He's kind of low on health though, so we might still be able to do this. We just have to be careful. I'm not sure what we need to do, but I don't know why my green higgledies aren't healing. Because that's kind of a big problem here. Let's turn this on before he gets any kind of big hit on us. He's starting his flames of death. Thankfully, we're nullified from any damage he's sending at us right now, so we don't have to dodge. Just sit back and relax. Get as much as we can out of this. Get as close to his hand as possible. Just smack it as much as we can. Spin around. Hopefully knock him out. Get out of here before he hits me with anything scary. I'm gonna try and blast him a couple times in his hand, because we might be able to make him stunned. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I could have went for the stun instead, which was my bad, honestly, but what was I supposed to do? I wasn't sure that I could even do that. Let's just do as much damage as we can, because he's literally almost dead. As long as we're careful, we'll win this. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, back out, back out. Get out of his face. Start shooting him with a couple little balls of magical ability. It only does 9 damage, but honestly, it's worth. Okay. Let's see here. I'm getting hit by something. Ouch, I'm burning alive, dude. Turn on the black matter of death. Get ready for the nice fireballs that are about to come and kill me. Because I don't know how many... Okay, it's almost over. We're literally on our last stretch. I need a heal. Okay. I need Batu, like, now. Just do as much damage as we can. Can't. It's too, what do you call it? It's way too risky right now. Okay, we need a heal. This is way too close. Ooh, no, no, no. Okay, that was close. Shoot, shoot, just shoot. Okay, let's back up. Turn on the black matter. Hopefully that does enough damage to knock him out, because he's literally like 2 health. Okay. No, don't shoot those. Don't shoot those at all. Okay, let's be careful. I don't know what this is. Okay, it's a cannon. Turn the cannon on, because we could use that. Turn all the Hig makers on, because we definitely need them. Hopefully we have enough now. Just shoot him, and down he goes. I didn't even know it hit him. I hope it was my final ranged attack. Jesus Christ, that Kingmaker hurt. How long was that fight? It definitely was hard mode, I'll tell you that. Ouch. That thing hit like a truck. This here is... Wait, this here's the square, ain't it? Yeah, it is. Phew, we're back. Yeah, we are. And down goes the Kingmaker, Longfang. I suppose that means Longfang really has calmed down now for now, at last. Yeah, at last. Guess we'd better tie up some loose ends, huh? Yeah, indeed. Let's see what Master Pugnacious has to say for himself. What do you have to say, buddy?
I have done the unforgivable. My desire to lift my country out of poverty became an all-consuming greed. That weakness made me vulnerable and he exploited it.
Who was he? The one who stole your king's bond?
He came to me some months ago. He promised me secret knowledge of ways in which our nation might be made yet greater, and in return he sought high offense. It was he who suggested that the dice be manipulated, and who gave me the means by which it might be done. When did I fall under his spell, and how? How could I have allowed such a thing to happen?
We managed to calm your kingmaker down, but without your king's bond, won't things be okay?
You have brought us a little time, and he will sleep a while yet.
So it's not going to be down for good. It's going to wake up at some point.
But in time, we will reawaken, and in the absence of the bond, he will seek to destroy our kingdom once again.
But why curse ye scaly pit? There ain't a jot of rhyme or reason to such a wanton savagery.
Not now, shish.
Okay, girlie.
I'm just gonna go with what he said in his mind, honestly.
Master Pugnacious, for the sake of your kingdom, for the sake of your bond, will you help us? Forgive me, I haven't even introduced myself properly. I am Evan Pettywiska of House of Children. I have formed a pact with the Kingmaker of the Cradle of Light, and mean to found a new nation in the Heartlands. Will you stand with me?
So that is what I sensed in you. It was plain to me from the first that you were no ordinary child. But what is it that you propose?
I want to protect our world. I want to make sure that nobody else has to lose what's most important to them, and I want you to help me.
I'll do what I can. That is, of course. I fear that he stole my king's bond may not be... I fear that the one who stole my king's bond may not be satisfied with mine alone. This being so, we must stand together with our brother nations, or lose all that is most dear to us.
True.
With this in mind, I mean to return Nial's force. I mean to return Nial's force to him. Indeed, I mean to return all that I stole.
Do you even have the way to give that back? Who knows how much that costs to give back all the debts that he has to pay?
Word of my decision has been sent to Nial already, of course.
Thank you.
Really? Really? Thank you so much, Master Pugnacious.
Golden Paw will rise again, and its people with it. I wish you good fortune in your quest, friends.
Will do, Mr. Golden Ball. Or Mr. Pugnacious, I should say. So, it looks like we're going back to Nial now. So let's just teleport over there. Oops, that's the wrong one. We need to go to Sunny Patch Pond. That'll take us directly to him. So, now we finally can make our kingdom. Ooh, wait a minute. Let's just change back into Roland real quick. And let's talk to Nial now.
Ye beauties, ye bonny wee beauties. I've got my forest back, and it's all thanks to yourselves. Ye can have all the trees you want. Knock yourselves out.
I thought you said you were going to knock them down yourself.
Thank you very much.
Now we can finally start building our kingdom. Very, very true.
Wait, Nial Pugnacious had his king's bond stolen by a creepy snake-headed weirdo. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Jings.
Stolen jings. His kingmaker must be tearing the place to pieces.
Aye.
It wanted to, sure enough. But we taught it a lesson or two. It won't forget. Golden Paul's safe for now.
Yep, indeed.
King's bond stealing's no mean feat, though. He didn't happen to be infusing things with an awful filthy fug, did he?
Yes, a sort of purple aura.
That'll be the Horned One's doing then, right enough.
The Horned One? Yeah, the horned one, indeed.
The old kingmaker of the place called Allegoria. A nasty piece of work. And no mistake for someone to be using the beast's powers would have to mean. I can see it being anyone but Doloran. He was king that shared a bond with the creature.
Doloran, you say? So we just need to go to this Allegoria place and get the bond back, right?
You'll have to job, Dene. That I'm afraid. Allegoria has existed of 2,000 or more years now. It disappeared along with the land of which it stood.
Golly.
That's weird. So he's a king without a kingdom. So he's the king of a country which hasn't existed for centuries.
What does that mean? Is he a ghost or something?
Whatever he is, I'd say he's looking to pinch people's king's bonds in order to try and bring the Horned One back somehow. And if he does that, the whole world will be filled with purple fog before you could say we're doomed.
Okay then. So Pugnacious was right. He'll be trying to steal more king's bonds. Wait, why didn't he just go for ours?
What are you looking at me for like that, Volmon?
Then we mustn't let him succeed. We can't let him bring back the Horned One. True, we can't. We sure can't. But if we're going to stop him, we'll need the strength of an entire kingdom. A kingdom we haven't even started building yet. True.
Then let's get to work, shall we?
Our time to begin building, me hearties.
Okay, we can definitely do that.
Aye, sounds like a plan. Right enough. I'll best be coming with ye. You'll be needing my help.
Yeah, true. We could use your help. Really?
Speaking of which, things will be getting underway by now, I reckon.
Indeed. What are you talking about? I do know he's a citizen, so he's gonna be actually a own facility here.
It smells a smell on the wind.
And it looks like, yeah, he was right.
Maybe dolls got tired of twiddling their thumbs.
Indeed. It does look like his sky pirates are finally doing their jobs. Where did all these people come from? I see sky pirates, greenlings, and even few people from Ding Dong Dell.
They must all went to be citizens of our amazing new kingdom.
They must right enough. You've me to thank for that, son. I didn't expect to make a turn up so soon, to be honest. I put the word onto the streets, you ken. A wee thinking for getting the old forest back, like.
That's more than we could have hoped for.
Oh, think nothing of it. I ask only for the teensy weeniest of favors in return, and that ye make me your Ministry of Finance.
Okay, done.
There's none can pinch a penny like I can.
I think that sounds like a wonderful idea. I don't mind it. So if Nial's the Ministry of Finance, I guess that makes Batu the Ministry of Defense. That makes sense.
The swab in charge of fighting, you mean? I like the sound of that a good deal, haha.
And I guess I can be your advisor. Well, that makes sense. I have a little experience in running a country. I'm sure he can help you out here and there. No, you'll be my chief of council. And I'm no politician, Roland. I shall need your help. Well, that's very kind of you, Evan. I don't know if I'll be... It's the king's job to appoint his ministries, correct? Then I hereby appoint you chief of council. Okay, then I guess we're chief of council then. Well, alright, chief of council it is. What about Tawny? By royal appointment.
Thank you.
Thank you, Roland. No problem. Happy to see you finally taking the lead. Good ol' Evan. I suppose I am, aren't I? I'm still not sure if I'll be up to the job, but I have to try. Yeah, it's always good for you to try at least, buddy. And thanks to all of you, I finally feel ready to. I'll try my best, for your sakes and for mine. Good king. My king, my king.
Flip man, I almost forgot. If we're building a kingdom, we need a proper tidy name, ain't it? To make things official like.
True. I've been doing some of the thinking about that. What do you got, Evan? What do you got indeed?
Decided to call our kingdom
What do you want to call it?
Evermore.
Evermore, I like that.
Well,
Sounds pretty good to me.
what do you think?
What do you think, Bachu, Niall, and everyone else? Sorry for the noise of my water bottle. I got a little thirsty. Evermore, huh? I like it. Did you come up with that yourself? Well, obviously. Oh no, maybe not. Oh no, it's from an ancient story. The story of a great kingdom, whose people were so happy that they wished for it to last forever. From a story. Fitting. Indeed it is.
Alright, Mr. King. You've named your kingdom. And time for you to address the adoring citizens.
True.
Yar! Yar indeed, mateys.
I like that voice.
Oi!
Oi, lads!
Listen up, me mangy curs!
Oh, I was wrong. He said mangy curs instead.
Pay attention!
Yeah, pay attention indeed. Come on, Evan, you got this. This should be easy.
Thank you all. Building our new kingdom won't be easy,
True.
but we will build it.
That indeed
A
is the case.
beautiful, bountiful kingdom where everyone can live happily.
Was a little
ever
slow at first, but
after.
now he's actually getting it down.
I want
Good
you
job
all
on
to
you, Evan.
join me on this
Got a little
journey.
bit of stage fright, but
The
it
road
turned out
ahead
to be
may
pretty
be
good.
a long one, but at the end of it, there is hope.
There you go. You got yourself some citizens there, Evan. A nice roused amount of citizens. And it looks like they like their king.
There's kingly you are.
Indeed.
That wasn't half bad.
And I actually get to take a break from talking for a second. Or at least in their voices. It's random whenever they talk, honestly.
Here and now, our kingdom.
Our kingdom.
With you to the bitter end,
Not my
lad.
kingdom.
Come hell
Our
or high
kingdom.
water.
Indeed. I wish you could turn auto mode on for the
All of
for
you.
the subtitles, since it's basically talking for itself at this point.
So the
But
people
it's-
who
it's fine.
attended Neil's call and flocked to the Heartlands, set about building their new nation.
Our new nation indeed. The Kingdom of Evermore.
Road to becoming a kingdom.
And that means we're completely done with this chapter. We're on to the next one now.
Ever after. Just as
No idea where we're going next, but wherever we go next, we're definitely going to see that Dolaran guy again. 100%, because, if you guys want to know, he is indeed the main villain of this game. The reason why I didn't act too surprised about it is because I already knew about him. Because you could see him on the trailer for the game, and also I beat the game before. But
Someone with a brand
Dolaran
new
is
kingdom.
definitely the main villain of this game. And I won't lie about that. I want to keep as much from you guys as possible for what I do know, so you guys can actually have a little bit of, like, surprise of what happens. So I try and make it so you guys don't get ruined or spoiled. And if I believe we're getting to a point where I can talk about a spoiler without it being too spoilery, that's when I'll probably open up. But honestly, I don't remember a lot of this game. I only remember certain points of it. Like, I believe the first and the second kingdom is what I can remember. But everything else past that, I don't remember that much.
I am happy.
And also, this curious boy is here again.
There's
What is
still
going
so
on
much
with
we
him?
don't know.
True.
And now
There
there's
is
a
very
force
much we don't
bent
know
on
about what's
destroying
going
our
on.
whole world. How can I ever hope to overcome something like that?
Well, all you gotta do is try, Evan. All you gotta do is try.
But you're not on your own, are you?
Nope, you got your friends. And they
No,
got your back.
Not anymore. I have friends beside me. The best
Good thing he
friends I
knows
could
that,
ever
too.
hope for.
Because
That's
sometimes
right.
you kind of have to
So
explain
turn to
that
what
to
you
some of
need
these
to.
characters.
Take it one step at a
Sometimes they don't
time.
understand that
Get
they
there in
do
the
have
end.
friends that will help them at any moment's notice.
I suppose so. I can only do my best after all.
Very, very true, Evan. Very true indeed.
Exactly. And your best is only going to get better.
True.
I'll see you again
You're
soon,
weak
Evan.
right now, but over the course of the game, you'll keep getting stronger and stronger the more battles you face and more trials and tribulations that you go through.
See you soon.
You'll eventually turn into a great king if you keep this up, buddy. Let's do this. Save our progress? Yes, please, because that Kingmaker Longfang kicked my butt way too hard, and I kind of want to save, and it's been a while since we got to save, since we haven't had the chance to. But let's see, this should be Chapter 4, but here's what I was saying about the being confused about the whole 2D aspect, because I remembered being in the 3D aspect with the Managing Kingdom. I didn't remember the fact that there was a 2D part of it. There's this part, or not 2D, but top-down chibi style versus the normal style that we see whenever we walk around in dungeons and different areas. That's what I was trying to say. Evermore is beginning to look like a real kingdom. Indeed it is. And we even have ourselves a literal, palace now. It is, isn't it? And a throne. That's always good too. I think it's time we had a little talk about how a country needs to be run. If that's alright with you. We're finally going to be able to manage our kingdom. Of course, I'll gather everyone together. Yeah, we're going to need everyone here. Chapter 4. I was right. I actually kind of forgot which one it was. Ferdinand, Mighty Ferdinand. Who's Ferdinand?
Alright.
The castle's ready and things are coming along nicely, which means it's time to get down to business of running your new nation. We'll need to set up all the various ministries. This place will need to grow into a fully fledged kingdom, and we'll need to assign the right people to the right tasks. True, we do need to do that.
Aye, lad, the, controlled chaos of the Sky Pirates ain't for everybody.
True. I've taken a census of all your citizens, and listed up who's skilled at what. Ooh, thank you, Roland. Deciding who will work where is up to you, though. That's a job for a king. True. You're gonna need to manage that, buddy. So I'll need to think about which roles will suit particular people, and assign them accordingly. Yep, that's exactly what you need to do. That's right, give it a try and you'll learn fastest by doing. True. Just take a seat on that throne and start giving some orders. Okay, let's do that then. So now we get to finally make our people do things and actually start building up our kingdom. So this is how we're going to get new items at a lot cheaper price. And this is also how we're going to be able to take on skirmishes a lot better. How we can make higgledies. How we can do a bunch of different things. Make our skills better. Everything under the kingdom. Okay, so let's read this. Managing your kingdom. Evan can sit down on his throne in Evermore Castle and issue orders to his subjects in order to help his kingdom grow and prosper, and in turn make his adventure easier. By building facilities, assigning citizens to run them, and having them carry out research into new technologies and techniques, he can open up a whole new world of possibilities. Facilities including shops where unique items can be brought, outfitters that can make all kinds of clothes, and armor and many others. Get building and make Evermore amazing. King's Guilders. King's Guilders are the currency of the kingdom's management, and are entirely separate from the guilders Evan and his friends can earn elsewhere. They are necessary for every step of the kingdom building, from creating new facilities to upgrading existing facilities, to carrying out research at said facilities. Why not claim your first clutch of King's Guilders? Go to the kingdom's coffers and grab them. So we have 2,500 to start with. The tireless efforts of your citizens have earned you a total of 2,500 King's Guilders. Your kingdom is growing every day. Long may it continue. So now we have 2,500 to mess around with. They'll gradually accumulate as your citizens go about their business, and you can collect them from the kingdom's coffers as and when you need them. You'll be surprised how quickly they can build up, especially once your kingdom's influence starts to grow, so check back regularly and see how things are looking. You may also be able to learn earn extra King's Guilders by solving the various day-to-day problems of your beloved citizens. You can also see how many King's Guilders you've collected in the main menu, so you don't have to go back to Evermore to check every single time. Alright, it's time to take your hard-earned King's Guilders and spend them on a new facility. You can select and build the facilities your kingdom will need by selecting Manage Your Kingdom from the menu. Building them will of course cost King's Guilders. Each and every facility can have hugely beneficial effects, from opening up new avenues of research to making new items available, so be sure to consider each and one carefully. And don't forget, you can also improve the effects of existing facilities by upgrading them. One particular helpful facility to upgrade is your castle, as doing so will benefit the entire kingdom, broadening its borders so that you can even build more facilities. But leveling up your kingdom will cost quite a few King's Guilders. Try upping your influence with a few basic facilities first, to improve your coffer-filling capabilities. The first things you'll need to do is select Manage Your Kingdom and build up the facilities of each of the 4 ministries surrounding the castle. Okay, so we need to make all 4 facilities, is what it wants us to do. So we can make a Higgledy. That'll cost a little bit. So this is where we'll be able to make Higgledies. But we'll need Auntie Martha for that, which we don't have just yet. So we'll need to just wait out until we get her as a citizen. I believe it won't take that long in order to get her. I think we can just go to her house and recruit her right away. But let's build all our facilities like the game said, because we're going to need these just in case. So there's an Evermore Outfitter. This will be for armor. The other one is for weapons. And we also have our Spellworks, which this is where we can increase our damage output from our skills like Flatliner, or I think it was called Fury, or Flurry. It was the move that we were spinning around as Evan before he got knocked out. Or Fireball, or Water Balloon, or anything else any of our other characters were using. Once your facilities are set and running, you'll need to set them up to work on some research. Most facilities can carry out research of some kind. This can have all kinds of beneficial effects, from making new items available to helping Evan and his friends. In order to research a given topic, you'll need personnel with enough IQ and the King's Guilders to fund their work. Some topics may also have extra requirements. Of course, research takes time. When research into a given topic reaches 100%, it will be completed, but the more complex the topic, the longer it will take. The higher the IQ of the personnel involved, the shorter required time it will become. And if you really want to hurry things up, you can always spend a few King's Guilders. True. Okay, so we have War in Ingenuity, Spritecraft, and Conjury is all the different types of assignments you can have. There's more, but this is the ones we're going to start with. In order to carry out research, you'll need the right personnel. Every citizen is different, and will be suited to be different work. You can see which kinds of work suits someone best by looking at their ratings under 4 separate categories. The suitability for your given type or task is known as IQ. For example, you'll need someone with a high IQ, where military matters are concerned, to carry out weapons research. Each citizen will have their own special skills. As an individual, these can have various benefits, and greatly influence where you might choose to assign them. Citizens assigned to facilities will earn more experience the longer they work there, and eventually earning the right to have their levels upgraded. Leveling up a citizen via the personnel list in the Kingdom Management menu will increase their IQ and gathering speed, making them even more of an asset to Evermore. Try assigning some personnel to the Weapons Workshop, and begin research into basic melee weapon development. Okay, so we need to go to this one, and then we set up some personnel. So we can set up all of the Sky Pirates, Chinggis, Kunbish, and Batu, all into the workshop here, and then level up our melee developments. So this will start loading up. And thankfully, since it's the first one, it's not going to take that long, so ding ding ding, all done. So complete our research. And now we can make level 1 weapons. Not bad. And we can also make ranged weapons as well, which is always good. Good, it looks like your research is complete, but running a kingdom isn't just about research. Certain facilities such as farms and mines will allow you to amass materials by assigning personnel to work there and gather them. The items gathered can be collected from your kingdom stores, which are accessible from the kingdom menu. Don't forget to claim your fair share of the bounty of the realm. Your store can only hold so much, so you'll need to empty them regularly in order for your item-producing facilities to keep providing you with goods. Kingdom management is complex business. We've covered the basics here, but don't be afraid to go over them again. Just go to help in the library section of the menu. That was a mouthful. That was definitely a mouthful. And we're done with the King's Making Guide. I was just reading that out for you guys just so you know what I'm doing if I ever do come to this. I'm probably going to do most of the King's Making stuff in my off time, so you guys might not see that often because there's going to be a lot of grinding involved in that. So if I do ever come here, it's mostly because we either have to come to Evermore, so I'll show off a little bit of what you have to do. But yeah, that's just how I want to explain it. And I'll try and do a lot of that in the off time because we can get some really good weapons that way. Just so we don't fall too far behind since we are going to be playing on hard mode. I think I'm very much safe. I'm at a safe bet that we can do it. Although the first boss was hard, I just need to train a little bit and figure out where a nice balance is in the levels to where we won't be too underleveled for some of these fights. So, let's continue.
So there's ministries in charge of weapons and armor, and one in charge of magic, and even one for Higgledies.
Yep, that's indeed. There are. Speaking of which, we don't have anybody skilled in Higgledy management to head up that team right now. True. We're gonna need Auntie Martha for that, I'll be honest.
Short of a sprite savvy, are we?
Yep, we are. We are, and without it, we won't be making any developments in that area anytime soon. What we need to do is recruit somebody. We just have to think of the right person. What about Auntie Martha?
Who is she and when's she at home?
Honestly, we don't know when she's at home. A friend we made on the way to Cloud Coil Canyon. I doubt anyone knows more about those little guys than she does. Yeah, she does have a whole home full of them. Perfect. Then let's go and speak to her right away. To Martha's cottage. Yep, to Martha's cottage indeed. DLC, old coins and new with Niall. Take any ancient Autumna coins you find to Niall in Evermore, and he'll swap them for shiny new King's Guilders. You can obtain them in various places, including Swift Solutions. Get swapping. That's actually very helpful. So this time around, I'm actually going to have, free King's Guilders over the course of the game as well, which that actually helps out a lot because originally, this game was completely where you had to grind that. So you had to wait for whenever you wanted King's Guilders, you never got them for free. So that's actually really nice. I'm pretty sure we have one, actually. We got one from the Higgledies from earlier, didn't we? Yeah, here we go, the Autumna Purse. How do we use this? Currency for... Oh yeah, we bring it to Niall. He already said. I didn't read it completely, honestly. So if we go to Niall, we should be able to trade them out.
Crivens, unless I'm very much mistaken, you found yourself a supply of highly collectible ancient Autumnia's currency. Now that what you want to be doing with it is handing it to me in exchange for a fistful of King's Guilders, what do you say?
Sure.
I knew ye wouldn't let me down, laddie. Now let's take a closer look at your treasure trove. I need to check you're not trying to fob me with a load of old nonsense.
Let's see here. So we can make 30,000 King's Guilders. You know what? Sure. 30k Autumna coins.
No, these are the real thing, alright. Now I will hear it said that Niall's no a man of his word. Here's a generous pile of King's Guilders for you. And go and put them to good use, eh?
Okay, 30,000 King's Guilders. You know what? Since we're already in the area. We might as well show off how to do the stuff anyways, because we're not going to be able to do Auntie Martha in this episode. It's already kind of, like, we're kind of already pretty far in this episode already. Wait a minute, I only got 3,000. Oh, can I only hold up to that much at the moment? Oh, oops. Okay, let's see here. Let's throw someone into the Spellworks, though. That's what I want. Let's throw Niall. Let's throw as many people as we can for now. Let's throw Floyd as well, since we don't have any kind of food place yet. And let's try and get... Let's do the level 2 spell. Never mind, that's way too much time. And anything that's over an hour, you can't do. So you have to have anything that you can do in less than an hour in order to do that. So as we can see here, this is going to take 25 minutes to do. That's why we're not doing much of the king's making stuff, or king building in the episodes, if you want the honest truth. So, with that, since that's doing that, we're going to actually research melee weapon development number 2 for a nice 40 minutes. So that's going to be doing that. So let's try and see what we can do. Can we upgrade our kingdom? How much do we need? We need 5,000 King's Guilders, and we also need 150,000 influence in order to do that. And we also have this checklist that we have to do as well. Okay. So since we got that done, we can start building some places. So we got the Hubble Bubblery here. But this is basically what I'll be doing in my off time, is just leveling up facilities, making sure they're up and at 'em, just so we can use any of the stuff. But as of right now, thank y'all for watching today's episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one. In the next one, we'll have this a little bit more built up. And in the next one, we're also going to go see Auntie Martha, grab her, and start on the Higgledy research. And also starting off on the next part of this chapter. So as always, thank y'all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, boys and girls, and have a wonderful rest of your day. See y'all next time. Hey, boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.